So table here is an array, but in Lua, you call it table. It's just simple as that. And table with this key and value here is a dictionary. So in Lua, you just don't separate these data types, so you have to be aware of what to use. I will try to make an array here, just naming it array like this with 5 variables. And let's say I want to get the first variable here. You know what indexing is, right? In Lua, you can also get the value by their index numbers. But one thing you have to be aware of is that in other programming languages, you start from index 0, right? So the first value must be 0, then 1, 2, 3, 4. But in Lua, you start from 1. So for this, 11 is in index 1, 22 is index 2, 33 is 3, 44 is index 4, and 55 is 5. And I'll show you here. Let's try to print out array 1. Log array 1. Here, 11. So as I told you, the index number starts from 1. Okay, so let's try and change the second index into array 2 into 44. Sorry, you only need 1 for that. And print out 2 and see if the value really changed into 44. Oh yeah, yes it did. So we can also do other things such as inserting the value in the array. So to do that, first you need to type table, then use the method already scripted in MSW. Here, these are all the methods you can use. For now, I'm going to use insert, table, insert. You have to press enter and then say, you have to put in the name of the table and the value as the parameter of this method. For now, the table name is array and the index value is 4, which means I'm going to put the number in the 4th place. The number will be 66. I'm going to print out if this value is inserted in our array. Yes, it did. So this is how you can use some methods already made in MSW. And next, it's a dictionary, and I'm going to show you how to use it. First of all, I'm going to make one for myself. Let's say my dictionary equals A equal my number and my number 5, my string equals my boolean true. So this is my dictionary, and now to get the key of the values, it's similar to method. So first, I need to write the name of my dictionary and put a dot at the back. And to get the value, you need to put the key name right here. So to get this string, my number, I'm going to print out my dic.a. And to get the number here, the value here, I'm going to print out my dic.my number, and so on. Yeah, I'm going to repeat this. I'm going to paste, change this to my string, change this to my boolean. So this is how to get the values by the keys here in our dictionary. Okay, so here basically values can be a string or a number or a boolean, so anything, it works out. And actually in this table data type, we can mix those arrays and dictionary together. So for instance, I can add these numbers here. So this will be an array, and here these are dictionaries, and I'm going to add more arrays here. So right now, to get the values of the array, I need to use their index here. So for my dic, if I say 3, 1, it's not 1, 2, and 3 here, but we skip those key and values, the dictionary types, but go here. So this will print out 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3. And to get the values from the dictionary, it's the same as what we just did here. So the point here is that tables can be mixed up with dictionary and arrays. See, the third index is this one, and yeah, the value of the dictionary A. Okay, so and one more thing is that we can insert a table inside a table. For example, I'm going to erase this. You can add a table here too, and a dictionary here. Yeah, just mix up everything. And then if I want to print out the second value of the table in the table, I have to index it twice like this to get the value here. Wait, I'll change it to 2 to get this one. And for the dictionary, it's the same as I just showed you before. Here. So this is what you'll get. Okay. So this is what tables were. Table is, and you can do more things using while and for loop together with tables. Okay, I'll make a new array, naming my array. Say there are values 10 to 15 right here. I'm going to use a for loop to iterate the values in my array. So for index, comma, value in I pairs. So I pairs are used to get the index and both the value in an array. So I'm going to use this and write the name of an array. Don't forget the do at the end, and print out index and value. So basically what the iPairs does here is similar to enumerate in Python. Not similar, I mean, but if I had to compare, I think it would be somehow close to each other, but not exactly the same. Anyway, I'm going to execute this, see what happens here. So the first index has a value of 10, index 2 has 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15. Yeah, so this is what we wanted. And I'm going to give them a little space here. So this is how you can iterate the values in the array. You can also do this for a dictionary. Here, I'll add a dictionary again, saying my dic, and say my name, son, age, 23, gender, female. And then I'm going to iterate the dictionary by key and values. In this time, we don't say iPairs because we don't have an index in the dictionary, but instead just use pairs for keys and value. Don't forget the do, and I'm going to print out key, and I'm adding the string to each other by using dot dot value. Okay, this time I don't need this, so I'm just going to comment them out. Okay, click play. Click play or to say run. Okay, see here. Now, when the key is name, I got the value son. When the key is gender, I got female. Its age, I got the value 23. And afterwards, I'm going to tell you more about variables. For now, this is the end for table. And afterwards, I'm going to tell you more about variables. For tables, this will be enough. Now, I'll be explaining a little more about variables. For example, I want to make a new array. Right here, local ref array, which has all the values in my array. So it will be a same array. That's why I said ref array equals to my array. And then in this new array that I've just made, I want to change the second index value into 6. Okay. And actually, I'm also going to print out the second index of the original array just to see if the value is still 11. I'm doing this obviously because the value will change in the original array. But anyway, here, now I'm going to click play, see how it goes. Okay, look. The value of the second index in the original array has also changed into 6. So in this case, the array here in the reference array is not copied to the new array, but it's just referring to each values in the original array, which is my array. So it'll be easy to think that the second value here, the second value of the ref array has changed, but not the original array. But then surprisingly, that's not the case. So whenever you change the values of this reference array, my array would be also affected. It goes the same as well as to vectors. So for example, I'm going to make a vector variable called my vector and say I have 1 by 2 and another vector here, my vector 2 equals to the original vector here. And then let's say my vector 2 dot y. So this is x and this is y value. So dot y, going to change it to 5. And let's print out the original vector and see if the value has changed. Okay, it's 1 and 5 here. It was actually 1 by 2 and I changed to 1 by 5. So yeah, again, this my vector 2 equals my vector is not making a copy of my vector, but instead it's just referring to the values the original vector has. So remember this when you try to copy, it's not, you cannot use it like this, but you have to put something at the end called colon and clone here, clone. Now this means you're going to copy the whole array here or a vector or anything. Without this, you're just referring, and with this, it's copying. Now, let's see if this really didn't change. Here. Yes, it didn't. So for now, you changed the value of the copied vector, so the original array is not affected. Okay, so please take note of this.